That's right, I am. Thanks for that great introduction. In this video, I'm going to show you how we can use sklearn to do the heavy lifting in terms of creating and training our decision tree. We'll start at the documentation page from sklearn for decision trees. You can find it using Google. When I arrive at the landing page for decision trees, I see that I can use them as classifiers. They also can be used for regression, which is something we'll cover later. Scrolling down to find a little bit more information about their use as classifiers, I find that there's something called decision tree classifier, which sounds like what I want. Even better, I find a few lines of starter code that I can use to get going. Looking at this starter code a little bit more closely, I see that it's very similar to what we had with naive Bayes and the support vector machines. The first thing that I have is an import statement. The second important line of code is going to be creating the classifier. The third important line is going to be fitting the classifier using, in this case, some training data. And then the fourth important line will be using that fitted classifier to make a prediction about a new point. In general, a point from the test set. So this should all start to look very familiar to you now. So with that little crash course, I'm going to throw you into the deep end of the pool now and have you actually code up a decision tree yourself so that you can see what it looks like. Then in the following videos, we'll talk about it a little bit more. Here's some starter code that I'll provide for you in a quiz. We have our features and our labels for both the training and the testing set. And what I want you to do is to create a decision tree classifier that you train using the training features and the training labels. It should be 3 lines of code to get you to the point where you're fitting the decision tree, and 4 lines of code if you decide to make some predictions using the test set. I've given you a couple lines of code here that will visualize the decision boundary for you, so you can see right away what it looks like. So go ahead and give that a try, and I'll see you in the next video to show you what I got.